What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are heading into week 14, and folks, we have got the game of the year in the AFC North. We're talking Pittsburgh Steelers. We're talking Baltimore Ravens. We're talking about the battle for the North. If you thought the Thanksgiving games were crazy, wait until you see this. We have the two top dogs in the division clashing at M&T Bank Stadium. But here's the headline. This isn't just about a rivalry anymore. This is about survival. You've got Aaron Rodgers battling a fractured wrist. You've got Lamar Jackson on a bad ankle. And you have the Cincinnati Bengals lurking just 2 games back, praying for a disaster here. Today, we are breaking down everything. The injuries, the run defense nightmare facing Pittsburgh, the betting lines, and my final prediction. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we cover the NFL like no one else. Let's dive in. Let's set the stage. Coming into week 14, neither of these teams is feeling particularly good about themselves. Let's start with Baltimore. The Ravens were flying high, 5 straight wins, looking like the best team in the AFC. Then Thanksgiving happened. They got humbled by Joe Burrow and the Bengals. It was a wake-up call. But here's the lucky break for Baltimore. Even with that loss, they are still sitting in first place via tiebreaker. Why? Because Pittsburgh is sliding at the worst possible time. The Steelers have dropped 2 straight games at home, and that loss to the Bills last week? It wasn't just a loss, it was a physical beatdown. You don't usually see a Mike Tomlin-led team get pushed around like that in December, but that's exactly what happened. So you have 2 wounded animals walking into this cage match. Baltimore wants to prove Thanksgiving was a fluke. Pittsburgh is trying to stop the bleeding before the Bengals catch them. Now let's talk about the X factor that should have every Steelers fan sweating right now. The run defense, or specifically, the lack of it. In that loss to the Bills, Pittsburgh gave up a whopping 249 rushing yards. 249. In the modern NFL, that is a catastrophe. And now they have to face the king. We all remember the wild card game, right? Less than 11 months ago, Baltimore ran for nearly 300 yards against this same unit. Derrick Henry went for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns by himself. It was like watching a varsity player against a JV squad. This is the question of the game for me. Can Pittsburgh tackle? Because if they play the way they did against Buffalo, Derrick Henry is going to have 150 yards by the 3rd quarter. Baltimore knows this. They are going to line up and run the ball until Pittsburgh proves they can stop it. And historically, they haven't proved that lately. But hey, it's not just about the running backs. We have to talk about the quarterbacks. We are looking at a combined 6 league MVP trophies on the field this Sunday, but neither guy is 100%. Honestly, neither guy is even 80%. Let's start with Aaron Rodgers. He is playing through a fractured left wrist. Now, I know it's his non-throwing hand, but don't tell me that doesn't matter. Taking snaps under center, handoffs, getting hit. Every time he hits the turf, that pain is going to be excruciating. It limits his mobility, and it definitely limits his ability to extend plays. M&T. On the other side, Lamar Jackson is dealing with an ankle injury that limited him in practice all week. We know Lamar's game is built on escapability. If that ankle is stiff, he becomes a pocket passer. Can he beat the Steelers' secondary from the pocket? Yes, he can, but it takes away that superpower that makes the Ravens' offense so scary. This game is going to come down to toughness. Who can play through the pain better, Rodgers or Jackson? Let me know in the comments. Who do you trust more in a game where both QBs are hurt? All right, for my bettors out there, let's look at the lines. FanDuel has the Ravens as 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is sitting at 43.5. 5.5 points is a big number in an AFC North rivalry game. Usually, these games are decided by a field goal. 17-14, 20-17. But Vegas is looking at that Steelers run defense and they are scared. They think Baltimore is going to run away with it. Personally, I think 5.5 is a lot of points to give Aaron Rodgers, even with a broken wrist. I expect a low-scoring, ugly, physical game. I like the Ravens to win, but I think the Steelers cover the spread. I'm thinking something like Ravens 24, Steelers 20. So mark your calendars. Sunday, December 7th, 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS, streaming on Paramount+. Do not miss this one. I want to hear from you guys. The Bengals are watching this game closely. Who comes out on top? Does Derrick Henry run wild again? Or does Rodgers pull a rabbit out of the hat? Drop your score predictions below. We'll be back Sunday night with the full recap and highlights. Don't forget to check the links in the description for the gear we use to make these videos and the best NFL merch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.